Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Cryogonal, the crystallizing Pokemon, whose number is 0615. This is what it looks like. Its type is Ice, ability Levitate. Gender ratios, gender unknown. Catch rate is 25 or 7.7%. Breeding is a group mineral, hatch time 25 cycles. Height is 3'7" or 1.1 meters. Weight is 326.3 pounds or 148 kilograms. Base experience yield is 180. Leveling raised medium fast. EV yield is 2 and special defense. Shape is that. It has no feet, so it has no footprint. Pokedex color is blue and base friendship is 70. Cryogonal is an ice-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It is not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon. Biology: Cryogonal is a Pokemon made of ice crystals which resembles a shiny blue hexagonal snowflake. Its facial expression is frozen, which leaves Cryogonal with a still, aggressive-looking face. Two cracks run through its face. The upper opening contains its eyes, and the lower serves as a mouth. It has two glowing eyes, and its large mouth contains an extendable chain of ice, which is used for hunting. Cryogonal, using its ice chain to ensnare Black, that's the character Black, with his Emboar. Cryogonal is born in snow clouds, although there are rumors stating that it is born from people and Pokemon that have died on snowy mountains. When its body heat rises, it will turn into steam and vanish, but it will revert to ice when the body temperature lowers. As a result, Cryogonal is rarely seen during the summer, and are commonly seen during the winter seasons. Cryogonal uses its ice chain to capture its prey and freeze them at a temperature of negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 100 degrees Celsius before taking them to unknown locations. Game data, Pokedex entries. Gen 5, Black. When its body temperature goes up, it turns into steam and vanishes. When its temperature lowers, it returns to ice. White, they are born in snow clouds. They use chains made of ice crystals to capture prey. Black 2 and White 2, they are composed of ice crystals. They capture prey with chains of ice, freezing the prey at negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. In Gen 6, X is White's entry. Y is basically Black 2 and White 2's entry, but degrees Fahrenheit is now spelled out. Omega Ruby is White and X's entry, and Alpha Sapphire is Y's entry. In Gen 8, Sword, with its icy chains, Cryogonal freezes those it encounters. It then takes its victims away to somewhere unknown. Shield. When the weather gets hot, these Pokemon turn into water vapor. Cryogonal are almost never seen during summer. In Gen 9, Scarlet, Cryogonal appear during cold seasons. It is said that people and Pokemon who die on snowy mountains are reborn into these Pokemon. Violet, Cryogonal uses its chains of ice to constrict its opponents and then flash freezes them where they stand. Cryogonal, the Paldea Pokedex, we got 3 of them here. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Black, White, Black 2, and White 2. It has the Never Melt Ice 5% of the time. In X and Y, it has the Never Melt Ice as 2 words, with Never Melt being a hyphen 5% of the time. In Sword and Shield, it has the Never Melt Ice, but the expansion pass is required 5% of the time. Stats, base stats, will compare Gen 5 through 6 and Gen 7 onward. HP 70, that went up to 80. Attack 50, that stayed the same. Defense 30, that went up to 50. Special attack 95, that stayed the same. Special defense 135, that stayed the same. Speed 105, that stayed the same. This one has a total of 485, and this one has a total of 515. Type effectiveness, damaged only by normal, flying, poison, bug, ghost, water, grass, electric, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to fighting, rock, steel, and fire, all for double. Immune to ground, resistant to ice for half. Notes, if gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball, or affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The opponent has the ability Mold Breaker, Turbo Blaze, or Terravolt, or this Pokemon is affected by Gastro Acid, or this Pokemon's ability is replaced. The effectiveness of Ground-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn step by leveling up. 1, Bind an Ice Shard for Confuse Ray, 8, Rapid Spin, 12, Icy Wind, 16, Mist and Haze, 20, Ancient Power, 24, Aurora Beam, 28, Slash, 32, Night Slash, 36, Freeze Dry, 40, Light Screen and Reflect, 44, Recover, 48, Ice Beam, 52, Acid Armor, 56, Solar Beam, and 60, Sheer Cold. By TM, TM001 Takedown, 6, Scary Face, 7, Protect, 11, Water Pulse, 14, Acrobatics, 17, Confuse Ray, 22, Chilling Water, 25, Facade, 34, Icy Wind, 46, Avalanche, 47, Endure, 50, Rain Dance, 52, Snowscape, 66, Body Slam, 70, Sleep Talk, 74, Reflect, 75, Light Screen, 83, Poison Jab, 85, Rest, 93, Flash Cannon, 103, Substitute, 104, Iron Defense, 124, Ice Spinner, 135, Ice Beam, 143, Blizzard, 152, Giga Impact, 163, Hyper Beam, 168, Solar Beam, 171, Terra Blast, 174, Haze, 187, Icicle Spear, and 200 212 triple axle. By breeding, the Mere Herb gives it Aurora Veil, Explosion, and Frost Breath. Side game data, you got all this. In Pokemon Go, Cryogonal can be obtained by completing 1/4 of the Special Research Level 45 Challenge. Evolution data is just Cryogonal, sprites, so a lot darker colors, and a lot lighter colors for the shiny, lighter kind of blue and red and orange replace the eyes and mouth, or the chain of ice, I guess. Gen 6, get the models, pretty good adaptation, I'd say. Lighter colors, of course. In Gen 7, not really much changes. In Gen 8, you get the much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation, Cryogonal, and Pokemon the series, black and white. Pokedex entries in Black and White, Episode 79, Access Pokedex. Cryogonal, the crystallizing Pokemon. Cryogonal originates from Arctic sky clouds and floats down to the ground to make snowfall. In Black and White, Episode 102, in the same Pokedex, Cryogonal, the crystallizing Pokemon. Created in snow clouds, Cryogonal make ice crystal chains and use them to capture prey. Pokemon Generations, Cryogonal and Pokemon Generations with the Weavile. In the manga, Cryogonal and Pokemon Adventures. Got all this in the TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS/Wii U. Cryogonal appears in the 3DS version as an enemy in Smash Run. It uses Ice Beam that either flies straight or curves to follow the target. It also appears as a trophy in the 3DS version of the game. Cryogonal Trophy in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. Trophy information in the North American version. This Ice-type Pokemon uses its Ice Crystal chains to capture and freeze its prey to negative 148 degrees. In Smash Run, it drifts through the air and attacks with Ice Beam. The beam comes in two forms, one that flies in a straight line and one that curves to follow the fighters. In the PAL version, this Ice-type Pokemon uses its Ice Crystal chains to capture and freeze its prey to negative 100 degrees. In Smash Run, it drifts through the air and attacks fighters using Ice Beam. The attack comes in two forms. It will either fire in one direction, or it'll rotate as it fires. Don't let it hit you, or you'll end up frozen solid. Trivia, Cryogonal is the only Pokemon that can learn Solar Beam by leveling up, but not learn Sunny Day by any method. Origin, Cryogonal's appearance seems to be based on both snowflakes and ice crystals. The ability to trap prey in ice crystals may be a reference to the Remercer Nordic giants who were made of ice, who also have this ability because of its back sprite and ability to learn several light-based moves. It may also be based on a glass mirror. Name origin, Cryogonal may be a combination of cryo, prefix for icy cold, and hexagonal. Free-geo may be a combination of freeze or frigid and geometry. In other languages, external links, let's move on. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 736, Caution, Icy Battle Conditions. All you need to know for this scene is that the gym leader of the Icerus gym, Bryson here, is sending out his Cryogonal. There's Cryogonal. And that is Cryogonal's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. No, we sent in fan art, so let's start with looking at the Mere fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why on the single image, and that's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. The image to the left was a fusion. We don't start with fusions. So this is Cryogonal by Danny, my brother. So I've got this nice Cryogonal image here, and this background. Very well done. Let's move on.